and they have to have this much volume in order for you to reach that rank. So at junior rep, it's 600, at senior rep, it's 1200, and at director, it's 2000. Now, keep in mind, for these PV numbers, it is not just commissionable volume, but also anything purchased with the rep discount or the starter kit. So that's good to know. Like when you recruit somebody and they buy their kit and they redeem their gift card, that's like 345 in volume right there. So keep that in mind as you're kind of figuring out, well, how am I going to get to 2,000 to become a director in my front line? Well, all of your new kits count towards that. Anything that your direct line purchases with a rep discount counts towards that. Even though you don't make commission on that, those are things that count towards the volume qualifications. Okay. And then the other piece is the total group volume. So this is you, your direct people, and anyone underneath them. So you'll see it's 600 for junior rep, 2,000 for senior rep, and 10,000 for director. That 10,000 obviously looks very similar to the lifetime number, but once again, the lifetime number is a running total, and this 10,000 has to happen in your group in that month. So when you log into your back office, your dashboard is super helpful for this because your dashboard gives you most of these numbers so you can track them really, really easily. If you scroll down towards the bottom, there's a line that will actually even tell you where your first line volume is at. So keep all of that in mind because your dashboard is a really helpful tracker. Now, the other part of the comp plan is the percentage payouts. I'm not going to go through these right now, but there's one thing I want to make sure you know, and that is the personal commission, right? The 20% and the 8% bonus, that's what you're earning on your personal sales. Your personal sales commission is on 100% of what you sell. If you sell $4,325 retail, you make 28% on 4,000, whatever I just said, retail, exact same amount. As far as your team percentages go, on your first level through your 10th level or whatever level you're being paid on, you earn on 75% of the team sales. That's basically a wholesale number. So I like to make sure everybody's really clear on that. It's explained down here in one of these bullet points, but you earn on 100% of your PV and 75% of your team. Okay. So before I go on, sorry guys, does anybody have any questions for me about comp plan? I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I also don't want to leave you more confused than we started. So does anybody need me to clear anything up? No? Perfect. You guys got it. Okay, so I think it's important to know what it takes to get to junior, senior rep, and directors. That's what we're inviting you to work towards, right? And the thing about this group is we are not putting a goal on you. If you accept the invitation into this group, you're going to tell us what you're working towards. What we're going to do is, and I'm almost positive Stephanie and Marie and Nicole would say the exact same thing. We're just going to push you to maybe go this much further than you want to go. Because in our industry, there's goal setting, right? And then there's really, really goal setting. We call it setting a stretch goal. We call it dreaming big. We call it all kinds of things. But the bottom line is it's getting a little uncomfortable. So you are moving outside of your comfort zone to that space where you're going to grow. And even if you don't achieve everything that you set out as a stretch goal, you grow so much in the process. So much of joining this Power Pod and this community of women is going to be getting uncomfortable, wanting to be uncomfortable with your goal setting, pushing yourself, and growing into the next level of your business, whatever that looks like for you. So what you can expect from us is 100% commitment to your goals. You know, we're not going to push anything on you. We're not going to set your goals for you. And we are 100% going to match your effort. So this is what I always tell anybody that I've ever worked with directly. Like, I am going to work as hard as you're going to work. And I mean, if you're going to be up hustling, I'm going to be up hustling with you. Like, if you are in it to win it, I'm in it to win it with you. But when you let up the gas, I'll let up the gas, right? That's kind of how, you know, a symmetrical coaching relationship works. So the commitment you have from your leaders is, you know, we are going to match your effort and support you as much as we can to whatever level you tell us you want. And we are going to provide motivational materials. Like the training in this group is going to be really catered and geared towards your guys' needs. So as you're saying, hey, I really need help booking, or hey, let's talk about host coaching, like everything that we bring to this group is going to be very specifically geared towards what you need as a unit and how we can support you. It's going to be worthwhile. It's going to be thoughtful. And it's hopefully going to be good stuff. The other thing is, let's see, I'm trying to think if I'm leaving out anything. As far as like the nitty gritty of what's actually going to happen in the group, it's kind of going to be go with the flow. Okay. So we're going to set monthly goals together. We're going to set weekly goals, and we're going to hold one another accountable. And we are going to report back to the group no matter what the results are. That's really the main commitment. Like when you say, hey, I'm in, that's really what you're saying you're in for. You're in for being part of the team. You're in for showing up even on the days you don't want to, because you guys, there will come a day, there always does for all of us, when we're involved in an accountability group that we don't want to show up. And so our request is, if you're in for the group, that you're going to show up. And even if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. That's okay. But you're still going to show up for the people in the group who need the support and love that day. So the only other thing I want to say is, I think I just mentioned this too, but if recruiting is brand new to you, don't be afraid of it. Really, I think that what's cool about this idea of this small community is we're going to be able to help with some recruiting tips and ideas, and even show a little bit of what we're doing with recruiting. Copies of messages or screenshots of conversations that can give you some really specific examples of how to recruit. Many of you are already rocking and rolling with recruiting, and we want you to share what you're doing too. But for those of you who are brand new, it's really going to be a great environment to learn from one another and learn from examples. So the other piece of the commitment is September and October. That's really what we're thinking as a baseline for starting this, to commit to sticking it out for the next couple of months. And hopefully you're going to love it and you're not going to want to run away from us. But the idea is to give it more than just September, and to grow together as a group for the next 2 months, and then we'll take it from there. So that is what I have for you in terms of kind of the vision for these Power Pods. I hope that Steph and Nicole and Marie do as much adding and changing to that as they want to within our group. It's kind of unique that we have kind of layers of leadership in our group, but I think it's going to make it really cool and really rich. What we ask of you guys is that you take the next 24 hours and make a decision on whether or not you want to join us in our Power Pod. We'll be creating a private Facebook community. I think that's the best place to make this happen, just because you're already on Facebook. Yes, I realize another Facebook group is probably uber annoying. I hear you, trust me. But I think what might be more annoying would be us trying to plug you into a third-party system that you're not already invested in, and then you'd have to check somewhere else, right? So I think that for ease of communication, it's probably the best. But if you guys love Zoom format, we could do this on a regular basis. We can have as much fun with this as we want to, and we're going to be open to your feedback the entire time. So we'll do what works best for the crew. Okay? So I think I covered all my stuff. Does anybody have any questions about the Power Pod, the timeline, the expectations? Don't be afraid. Is anybody excited?
Yay! So just to be clear, tomorrow, I guess just everybody shoot us over. We'll follow up with all of you. Just give us the yay and we'll throw you into the group and we'll go from there.
Yeah. And if you know tonight, you already know, if you're like, if you're sitting here like, I'm in, send your leader a message and she'll plug you in. You don't have to sleep on it. But if you need to sleep on it, we understand.
Just don't sleep over.
Anyway.
Okay. Everybody good? Does anybody have anything to add?
No. Thank you, Kim. You're amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
You guys are amazing. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to do this with you guys. we are going to have some fun. We're going to do some amazing stuff, and we're going to have one heck of a celebration at the end of the month. All right?
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
Thanks, Kim.
You guys-
Bye.